I know you don't want to hear this, but your friends are probably holding you back. And in the next 13 minutes, I'm gonna go over around 5 different ways that they might be doing this and what you should do if they are. I doubt this is all of your friends, but if you have anybody that mocks you for trying something, like, no matter what it is, anything that is different and you're like they don't do, and you try it and they make fun of you or mock you for it, then honestly, like, don't surround yourself with those people. Like, they're genuinely holding you back. And maybe they don't make fun of you or anything, but if they distract you from achieving what you're trying to achieve and brush it off, then you need to recognize that and ignore it. And don't fall into the trap of believing what people tell you either. If they say they truly want to see you succeed but don't act in that way, then don't believe it. If they mock you for trying something and then brush it off as jokes, do you really want that energy around, getting discouraged immediately as you try and be better? And the sad thing that you have to realize is a lot of people do want to see you do well, but they don't want to see you do better than them. And as soon as you start doing better than them, they start acting different. I've heard stories of people doing some slimy shit just because they think you're doing better than them and that they can take advantage of that. Obviously, I'm not talking about people asking you if you can pay for something for them or things like that. I'm talking about people going behind your back just because they think they can get away with it. I mean, I remember telling my friends and trying to put them on to things I was doing to help them, and the next time I needed them to pay me back for something, they brought up the money I told them I made as an excuse and told me that I didn't need the money that I lent them anyway. And it's not even about greed or anything like that. It's about respecting someone enough to give them back something after they did you a favor. And before you know it, this has really affected you. Another thing you should keep in mind is not to believe everyone when they tell you they want to be successful or they want certain things, because some people just love to fantasize and say all the details about their dream life, but then they're never willing to put in any of the effort to actually achieve it. Like, bro, how are you gonna say, oh, I want to have a penthouse one day, and then just scroll on Instagram 8 hours a day? Like, what are you doing? And I'm not saying everyone should have these really ambitious goals or whatever, but I'm saying that some people have these goals and just spend all their time worrying about what they're gonna do once they've achieved them. And they get so caught up worrying about shit they're gonna do once they've achieved their goals that they just waste all their time. And when you ask them how they're actually gonna achieve this and what they're gonna do, they just push it off into the future and be like, oh, I'll do it soon, blah blah blah, and that they don't really know. And while we're on the topic of goals, I do want to just quickly mention that we're on like 1 subscriber right now, and my goal for this channel is like at least 1k. Obviously, I don't have a time for it, but I'm aiming for that. So yeah, anything would be appreciated. Likes, subscribe, all that stuff, bro. But let's get back into what I was saying about people who say they want something but then they never take any steps to actually get it. You need to be able to identify that, because if you plan on doing something or working together with someone that's like this, then you're never gonna get anywhere. So don't fall into the trap of trying to hold someone's hand for the whole process of something. If you've told someone about something and they want your help starting without even doing their own research, don't waste your time. Just give them some basic advice, and if they don't take it and they don't start on their own and learn by themselves, then they don't care enough. Obviously, if they have a question here and there, help them, but don't get distracted doing everything for them, because then you're just working for free. Because at the end of the day, you need to worry about yourself and not about other people who don't even want this as bad as you do. And maybe you do have a friend or two who do actually share the same goals, but majority of them won't, and that's the whole point of this video. Don't get distracted trying to help your one friend out who doesn't really care and just wants your help because he thinks it's going to be easy. Lock in with that one friend who's actually showing effort and doing stuff, because instead of trying to pull someone else up, you two are pulling each other up, and it's way more efficient. You can both make mistakes along the way and all sorts of things, and you'll learn from each other's mistakes. Am I saying you need to cut off everyone else and, ignore them or whatever? No. But when it comes to actually who you want to work alongside to do whatever it is you want to do, don't pick the friends who aren't even interested, or the ones who say they're gonna do stuff and never actually do it. But you also might have to realize that if you want a different life to some of your friends, then you need to take a different path. You can't just follow them around everywhere and expect to be different from them. And by that I mean, if you have to miss hanging out with some of your friends because you're busy working on something else, then do that. Don't tell them why either, because you'll get flamed, but just tell them you're busy and actually do the things you were gonna do. Because if you don't even do the things you're gonna do, then I can't lie, you just brush them off for no reason, which is low-key bum activities, so let's not do that. But if achieving what you want to achieve means saying sorry I can't to your friend who's always trying to ask you to hop on the game, then that's what has to happen. And honestly, from my experience, your friend group kind of shrinks after high school. Everyone splits off into different groups and things like that, so you definitely want to make sure you keep in contact with the people who have similar goals as you and talk to them about how you're going with that, and you'll probably end up encouraging each other and motivating each other to do better. And if you are currently dealing with people who are discouraging you and making fun of you for trying to achieve something or anything like that, just for starting something, just ignore them. It doesn't even matter at all right now. They just can't see themselves doing what you're doing, and so they're gonna obviously make fun of you for that. And that's okay, because at the end of the day, each person's gonna create their own life that they want to live. And if you want to do something, don't let someone stop you from doing it, because guess what? They're not gonna be there in your life when you've either achieved it or you've put it off the whole time. So just do what you want, because at the end of the day, you're the one that's gonna have to live in the situation that you created for yourself. So don't leave yourself with any regrets or anything like that. And when you start doing whatever it is you want to do, keep a mental note of who's actually supporting you and who's mocking you, because the ones that are supporting you are real friends, and they're the kind of people that you want to keep around, because they're gonna encourage you and want the best for you. Whereas people who are making fun of you and things like that just are looking to be entertained, and they don't really care at all about what you're gonna do or anything like that. They're just bored. And they're not the kind of people you can rely on if you ever need their help or anything. Something I had to learn the hard way was constantly asking my friends oh, do you want to come and help me with something that you wouldn't be able to do by yourself? You genuinely need someone else to help you, otherwise what you're trying to do isn't even possible. This isn't trying to cut corners or anything or save time by bringing someone along and get them to do work for you. You just genuinely need someone's help. And what you have to realize is most people don't really care. They couldn't care less to help you or anything like that, and that's okay. Everyone has their own life and time and things like that, but if you know that you would help this person if they asked you, then you should really rethink your priorities and what's actually going on. I don't even need to explain why it's a bad thing if you're willing to help someone but they wouldn't do the same thing for you. Come on. This is why you really have to watch who you hang around, man, because honestly, you slowly become more like the people you hang around. And this goes both ways. You could hang around people who are doing a bunch of stupid shit, and you could be a smart guy, but you'll probably end up doing way more stupid shit just because you're hanging around them. And you may think that this isn't gonna happen, but subconsciously, just being around these people rewires your mind. This is also perfect because if you hang around people who are really ambitious or have the same goals as you or anything like that, they'll really help you, and you'll probably notice that it has a very positive impact on your mind and just subconsciously, like, the things that you're thinking of and that you're focusing on and all these things. And even, like, just in general, you'll just help build each other up rather than, like, I mean, if everyone's doing stupid shit, then you're just gonna tear each other down in a way. And I know this next part, what I'm about to say, might sound really stupid, but just hear me out, okay? Like, seriously. You know how in those songs, like, I don't know if you hear this, but a lot of them, they say, like, in these rap songs, they say, like, they talk about cutting off their day ones, and you gotta actually think about why this is. Am I saying do this? No, but just, if we think about this, the process of that these rappers and artists in general have to go through is a lot of times, like, really humiliating. Like, you just have to, you know, you have to be in front of a camera all the time. Like, I mean, when they start, they probably aren't making that good, like, their music's probably not that good, but that doesn't matter. They're still, like, they still push through it, and they're still making music, blah blah blah, right? Then you know, their music takes off, all the thing, and then they start saying about, I cut off my day ones. Why did they cut them off? Probably because they were getting flamed by all their friends when they started, and then a lot of the time what happens is their day ones come in and they try and get a piece of what these people have made for themselves, and so it leads to a lot of people realizing, like, damn, like, these people aren't really who I thought they were. So my point with this is, like, remember who acted in what way when you were just starting out, and if they change how they act now, like, you need to notice that and keep that in mind. And maybe you don't tell any of your friends, or what you're doing is completely anonymous or whatever, right? But if it isn't completely anonymous, they are going to find it. Like, I almost guarantee it. Like, eventually they will. And you need to be okay with that, because honestly, it is one of the best things that can happen to you, because you will learn so much from that, and being able to fight through when that happens, you'll be able to handle anything. Like, especially if you're in high school, people are gonna be bringing it up, probably, like, I don't know, like, depending on what you're doing, telling your teachers and shit, like, yeah, but pushing through that and continuing and staying consistent, when you're done, people will respect you for it, which you don't need their respect in the first place, like, at all. You do not do it because you're trying to get respect from anybody, but, people will be like, oh, I respect you for continuing and not listening to what people say. It's like, yeah, well, you have to remember, like, you didn't start for these people's, like, validation. You started because that's what you wanted to do, and of what you wanted from it, whatever you wanted, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, like, I have a few experiences like this when I was in high school, so if you want me to talk about them, I can definitely do that in another video. Definitely not in this one, but yeah, if that's something I should do, then let me know. That's pretty much all though. Like, keep these things in mind, watch out for those kind of people, and, like, honestly, I think it'll be very beneficial for you. Oh, and don't, because I said, like, they're gonna find your shit if it's not anonymous, like, don't just force it to be anonymous if it's, like, gonna make it more difficult, bro. Like, who cares? Just do it, bro.